Hello everyone, welcome to the page once again. In today's tutorial, we are going to look at how to design church flyer in Adobe Photoshop. Alright, so let's take a look at the design resources that we'll be using in our design. So here are the design resources that we'll be using. We'll be making good use of all of these, and also a link to download them source files will also be made available at the description. Alright, so check that out in the description and follow the tutorial. Alright, so let's jump straight into Adobe Photoshop and start our work. Alright, so let's create a workspace for our work. So let's go to File, let's go to New, and let's change here to International Paper, and the unit, let's change that to inches. Alright, and let's change the width, the size of the width to 20 inches, and then the height to, let's change that to 20 inches, and let's reduce the resolution to 100 pixel per inches, and the color mode, let's leave that to RGB color since we are not going to print this out, and let's hit on OK. Alright, so let's hit on the padlock over here to unlock the layer for the background. So hit on OK, and this will be open. Right click on this and go to blending options, pick gradient overlay, and then let's scroll down, and the color that I'm going to use, this is the code to the color, and then let's check the code out. This is the code 242E34, and then let's hit on OK, and let's check the next out, and then the code to that is 38348B. Then hit on OK, hit on OK, hit on OK. Now let's lock the background layer like that. Alright, so let's go to our source files. So let's go to File, let's go to Place, and let's place in the first source files that we're using. So we select that and let's bring that in. So let's go to Edit, and then let's go to Transform, and let's choose Rotate 90 degrees clockwise. Now hold down Shift and Alt, and let's drag this like that, and then let's drag this side as well to cover the workspace. Hit on the check button at the top there. Alright, so let's go to Filter, let's go to Blur, and let's pick Gaussian Blur, so that we'll blur this to 11.4. Now hit on OK. Now let's go to our blending options, and let's put that on luminosity from here, so that we are going to get something like this. The next thing is let's hit on the opacity, and let's reduce the opacity to 40%. Okay, now let's go back to our file, and let's go to Place, and let's bring in this source file. Now open this up like this. Okay, now go to your blending options, and let's put that on multiply. Alright, so that you get a background like this. Alright, so the next thing that we are going to do is let's select all of these, go down Control and then Control G, and let's group that, and let's name that BG, which is background. Okay, now let's go to our file again, let's go to Place, and let's bring in this one. Okay, now open this up a little bit like that, go back to your file, and let's bring in the pictures. Okay, so let's bring this man also over here. So let's come to the layer side, and let's bring the man beneath the first man like that. Okay, okay, now let's go to our file again, Place, and let's bring in this. Okay, and let's bring that here, open that one too out, and position it. So let's position that as well over here. Okay, alright, so that is it over there. So let me close down this. Okay, okay, now the next thing that we are going to do at this point is let's add a layer mask to that, and then pick your brush tool like that, and then let's ensure that your address is 0, and then increase the size Okay, so let me clean the harder part off like that. So let me clean this part off. Then let me come here, add the layer mask to that one too, and then let's clean the hard part off like that. Add the layer mask to the last picture from here, and let's clean the hard part off as well. Let's come to this picture and let's clean the unwanted parts off like that. Now let's select all the pictures, hold down Shift Ctrl G, and let's name that pictures. Okay, alright, so let's select our move tool now, and let's close this a little bit like that over there. Now we can then Ctrl A and let's center that, Ctrl D, and let's deselect. Now the next thing that we are going to do is let's go to our shape tool, pick your rounded rectangle and change the size of the radius to 80. Now let's draw a shape like this over here, and let's position that at this very corner or top side of the page like that. Hold down Shift and Alt, and let's open this up like that. Okay, now Ctrl J and let's duplicate that, bring down the duplicated one, now bring it beneath the original shape, double click at the thumb over here and pick this color over there like that. Okay, now let's go to our file again and let's go to place and let's bring in the logo. Okay, so put it over here, right click on the logo and select create clipping mask. Okay, now hold down Shift and Alt and let's reduce the size of the logo like that. Then let's position that inside the shape, hold out the shape and then okay. Alright, now let's select all and group that, Ctrl G, and let's name that logo. Ctrl A and let's ensure that it's at the center of the page. Ctrl D to deselect that. Okay, now let's move the logo to this very end. Okay, now pick your type tool okay, and then let's come to our text and let's copy, Ctrl C to copy, and then Ctrl V to paste. Okay, now let's change the color to white. Open your character box from here and let's change that from to semi bold. Okay, let's bring that to this very end. Ctrl A and then let's center that, Ctrl D to deselect. Okay, now let's move the logo a little bit. Okay, alright, now let's close the gap tool for that a little bit to 50. Alright, let's duplicate that, Ctrl J, and let's duplicate that. Pick your type tool again and let's highlight this. Come to your text and let's copy, Ctrl C and let's copy, Ctrl V to paste. Now let's reduce the size for the text. Let's reduce that one more time. Okay, now select or hold down the tool shape, select your move tool and let's center them like that. Okay, alright, so let's select our type tool again and let's go to our text and let's copy Ctrl C and let's copy that. Ctrl V and let's paste that over here. Go to your character and then open your fonts and let's change the font to Vladimir script, okay, to something like that. Now increase the size for the font. Let's open that up a little bit. Now Ctrl A, let's center that. Ctrl D to deselect. Okay, now right click on that and let's go to blending options. Copy your gradient overlay and then let's pick this gradient and the code to that is 6700B. Hit on OK, and then this one to the code is FE0B03. Hit on OK. Hit on OK. Now let's hit on OK as well. Okay, let's bring this down. Pick your type tool again and let's go to our character and then let's copy this. Ctrl C and let's copy. Ctrl V and let's paste that over there. Now let's go to our character again and let's change the font back to Poppins and let's put that on black. Okay, take your move tool and let's open this up like that. Okay, and let's bring it to this end. Ctrl A and then select your center. Ctrl D and let's deselect that. Alright, right click on the national and go to your blending options and pick gradient overlay and right click on that, and then let's select a more preferred gradient from this very angle. Okay, so let's pick this gradient and then let's check the code out. The code is 600F49. Hit on OK, and then the next code is 7F0D49. Then hit on OK. Hit on OK, and let's drop a little shadow for that. Okay, let's reduce the distance to 6, and then let's reduce the size as well to 6, and then the spread, let's put that on 3. That is it over there. Now the angle to that, let's put that on 90, and I think that is looking perfect over there. Alright, so let's see bevel and a brush a little bit. Change the style of the bevel and a brush to stroke and brush to something like that. Okay, now the next thing is let's drop a little shadow. For that, change your stroke color to a color like white. Okay, so hit on OK. Hit on OK. Let's reduce the size for the stroke. Okay, let's reduce the size to 10. Okay, then you hit on OK. Next thing is let's duplicate this. Ctrl J and let's duplicate that and bring it down. Pick your type tool again and let's go to our text. Copy this. Ctrl C and let's copy, and then Ctrl V and let's paste that over there like that. Let's change the gradients. So you double click on the gradient and let's open this. Okay, and then let's come here and the code, let's check the code out. 5A1047. Hit on OK, and the code to that is D81480. Hit on OK. Hit on OK and hit on OK as well. Okay, now let's open this. Let's open this. Okay, like that. Let me still bring this down. Okay, now Ctrl J and let me duplicate this, the praises, and bring it down like that. Pick your type tool, come here and then copy this. Ctrl C and let's copy. Ctrl V and let's paste that. select your move tool and let's reduce the size for that, like that. Let's reduce that one more time. Control A and let's select all of this, and then Control D to deselect. Hit on the gradient overlay here, and then let's go here and let's change the font color to this, and then let's hit on OK. Open your stroke, and then let's reduce the stroke to 6. Okay, then hit on OK. Okay, now let's bring this to the top a little bit, like that. Then hit on OK from there. Alright, so the next thing is let's pick our rectangle tool and let's make a rectangle like this. This. Okay, and let's ensure that the shape color is white. Okay, Control A and let's center that. Control D to deselect. Now duplicate that. Control J and duplicate the shape. Move the duplicated one down like this and bring that to the bottom part over here. Okay, open that, open it up. Okay, Control A and let's center that. Control D to deselect. Control J and let's duplicate that again and bring the duplicated one down like that. Okay, so now let's select this one and bring it down a little bit. Alright, so next thing is let's go back to our and then let's copy the date. So copy this, Control C and copy. Pick your type tool and then Control V and let's paste that over there. Let's open our character and let's change the font to area, that is a round area, rounded empty bold. Okay, now reduce the size, reduce the size and reduce the size again. Okay, now position this over here like that. Control J and let's duplicate that. Bring the duplicated one to this side. Pick your type tool, highlight that, go to your text and let's copy the time. Control C and let's copy. Control V and let's paste that. Okay, Control J and let's duplicate that. And let's drag the duplicated one to this very end. Okay, pick your type tool and highlight all of this. Go to your text and let's copy the location. Control C and let's copy. Control V and let's paste that. Select all of this and then let's reduce the size for all of them. Okay, now let's select our move tool now and let's position them over here. And let's bring this close a little bit and let's bring this one to close a little bit. Okay, now let's go to our file and let's go to place and let's bring the date icon, bring that to this very side and hold down Shift and Alt and reduce the size and position it here like that. Right click on that and go to blending options, go to your color overlay and let's change the color to white. Hit on OK, hit on OK. Alright, so let's go back to file and let's go to place and then let's bring the calendar and then let's reduce, bring it here, select Let's bring the date, that is the time. We'll go to the time here. Okay, now let's reduce the calendar size. And let's move that down using your arrow keys. Okay, all right, now let's reduce the size again. Okay, all right, now let's go to file again and let's place the location icon. Now reduce the size for this. Move it down using your down arrow key. Okay, now let's right click on this and go to blending options and change the color to white. Now hit on OK, and then let's reduce the size a little bit. Okay, alright, so guys, that is the design that I want to share with you today. So if you have found this design interesting and if you have learned something from it, please consider subscribing to the channel, and also don't forget to leave your comment at the comment section below. See you in my next video. Bye bye.